and gentlemen, I give you the Mega Minions!
The Despicable Me series has been incredibly successful since its debut in 2010. It has brought more revenue and recognition to the production company Illumination and significantly impacted popular culture. The Minions have become an iconic symbol that can be recognized by even those living under the rock. With the recent release of Despicable Me 4 in theaters, both existing and new fans will likely revisit the series to enjoy the adventures of Gru and his family, which now include the countless minions who have worked with him since childhood. They take on a prominent role in the new film, but despite that, their brief screen time gives the impression that they almost missed saving the day during Gru and Maxime's final confrontation. In today's video, we'll discuss what the repercussions of the Mega Minions' absence could have been.
Designed to transform you into elite agents with powers and abilities far beyond those of mortal man.
Number 1. Gru Jr. is kidnapped. If the Mega Minions hadn't arrived on time, Gru Jr. would have been in a severe predicament after being kidnapped. Being alone in the villain's hideout, he would have struggled with fear and uncertainty, which would have affected his emotional and psychological well-being. The lack of immediate rescue would have increased the threat posed by the villain, potentially leading to manipulative tactics to destabilize Gru and Lucy emotionally. The longer Gru Jr. remained captive, the more he would have become reliant on Maxime, as he is just a baby and would need a parental figure to care for him. This ordeal will not only challenge Gru Jr., but will also strain the family unit. Gru and Lucy's frantic search for their son, hindered by the minions' absence, will deepen their helplessness and frustration. The family dynamic could suffer as Gru becomes consumed by guilt and anxiety, while Lucy might struggle with her role as a relatively new mother. The family is already strained after needing to leave their home, with Agnes, Edith, and Margot having difficulty changing their identities. Ultimately, the aftermath of Gru Jr.'s kidnapping would catalyze character development. His transformation into a roach gives him new powers and abilities unlike anyone in his family. During his time with Maxime, their brief bond could grow, allowing them to create the father and son bond that Gru Jr. struggles to establish with his biological father. His eventual return to his family, perhaps following a harrowing escape or rescue, would require the family to confront these new differences and slowly undo the damages made by Maxime.
Oh, don't worry, he will be very happy with his new daddy, right? Look at him!
Number 2. Maxime escapes. In the absence of the timely intervention by the Mega Minions, Maxime would successfully execute his escape, turning the tide in his favor. With his newfound freedom, Maxime could regroup with Valentina and harness the chaos to solidify his position as a prominent adversary in the villain community. His escape could also prove his capabilities, influencing other criminals, including aspiring ones like Poppy, to join his cause. The change in Maxime's power and influence could lead to increased criminal activities, as Maxime takes advantage of Gru's distracted state due to his son's kidnapping. Moreover, Maxime's escape would embolden other villains, increasing organized crime within the franchise's universe. As he gains followers, the community faces more significant dangers, requiring Gru and Lucy to reevaluate their strategies in confronting evil. It would also make sense for Maxime to inspire others, as at the start of the film, he's receiving recognition for his achievements before getting apprehended by Gru and the AVL. As Maxime seeks revenge and attempts to undermine Gru, the narrative could explore themes of ambition and the consequences of unchecked desires. His ascent could serve as a cautionary tale, illustrating how the pursuit of vengeance can lead to a cycle of chaos. In facing this new challenge, Gru and Lucy would need to face their most significant adversary yet, one made more personal by Gru and Maxime's history, in addition to Maxime's willingness to kidnap Gru Jr.
You won't always have the AVL to fight your battles, you coward! Mark my words, I will exterminate you!
Number 3. Gru and Lucy lose their jobs. The absence of the Mega Minions would have profound implications for Gru and Lucy's careers. Their failure to stop Maxime's plans could result in significant professional repercussions, leading them to lose their jobs. Gru's reputation as a former supervillain turned hero would be severely damaged, with the AVL questioning his capabilities as a protector. As a longtime agent, Lucy similarly faces scrutiny, creating a sense of vulnerability neither has experienced before. It's not far off the mark for them to lose their positions in the AVL, as it was one of the major plot points of Despicable Me 3. While out of work, the couple would experience financial difficulties and emotional strain. The pressure of losing their jobs could worsen relationship issues, making them work together to overcome tough times. This challenging period would test their relationship, requiring them to talk openly and work together to overcome challenges. Going through these experiences together would show them more about who they are and what they value, making their bond stronger. In the face of adversity, Gru and Lucy might discover new avenues for their skills and talents, leading them to innovative ways of reestablishing themselves in their community. In the film, Lucy showcases that she's not meant to be a hairdresser, but that doesn't mean her talents couldn't be used elsewhere. For example, in the past films, the couple ran a bakery called Bake My Day as a cover for one of their operations. They could learn a similar simple lifestyle, giving them more time at home with their 4 children.
Oh, okay.
There's something I need to take care of. See you later, buddy.
Number 4. Gru is transformed. Without the timely assistance of the Mega Minions, Gru would need to continue facing off with Maxime, leading to him experiencing the same fate that befalls his son toward the end of the film. The dramatic transformation may have led him to becoming more monster than man, willing to give in and follow Maxime's whims. Not only would he become an antagonist for the other characters, like Lucy, to defeat, but he would also become a family member to save. While Agnes, Edith, and Margot should stay out of the action, their previous activities throughout the franchise show that they're capable of helping their parents when necessary, meaning that they could band together to help Lucy save Gru and their little brother. Additionally, they could request the help of Dr. Nefario, who could construct an antidote for Maxime's new human roaches, ensuring that Gru and Junior return to their family safe and sound. In this alternate story, the Mega Minions could also have a prominent role, as they've always cared for Gru and continue to help him despite the many challenges throughout his life. While they had each taken on an activity, much like retirement, they could abandon their quiet lives of cheesemaking and beekeeping to return home, helping their old friend escape the clutches of Maxime. As the mascot for the Despicable Me franchise, it would be fitting if the Minions received a more prominent role in the film, especially if it was to save the protagonist.
Alright, there you go.
Yay! Thanks, Dr. Nefario.
Number 5. Maxime's goal is achieved. If Maxime achieves his goal due to the absence of the Mega Minions, the consequences would ripple worldwide. His victory could signify a significant shift in power dynamics as he establishes himself as one of the most prominent supervillains the world has ever known. His success would allow him to continue working on his ultimate goal, allowing him to transform other people into roaches, creating his utopia all in the name of revenge. His success would encourage him to orchestrate even more elaborate schemes against Gru and the AVL, escalating the threat level and creating a sense of urgency for Gru and Lucy. The realization that they underestimated Maxime would force them to rethink their strategy. While Maxime may find supporters and rally other villains to his cause, it's more than likely that others would be against following his demands, preferring their personal lives and goals over allowing him to take center stage as the man in charge. Many of them would likely refuse to transform, as Maxime had already done to himself, which would cause more tension between the franchise's numerous villains. As a result, Lucy and Gru could find themselves with unexpected allies, turning to others like Vector to help them defeat a common enemy so everything can return to normal. Had the story chosen to treat Maxime as an ultimate antagonist for the franchise, then even the AVL could have abandoned their morals, learning to depend on the villains they put away to help defend the world. The alternate story, with Maxime winning, if only briefly, could have led to an all-out brawl, where foes become friends to help turn the tides of the story.
He knew. He did it on purpose. He reveled at humiliating me.
The impact of the Despicable Me series and its beloved minions on pop culture and animation fans can't be expressed enough. The recent release of Despicable Me 4 has brought new excitement to existing fans and introduced the franchise to a new generation. However, the impact and role of the Mega Minions in the film's final confrontation raises intriguing questions about the critical role the Minions and their newfound powers will continue to play throughout future films. Without them and their comedic interventions, Gru could find himself in much more trouble.
Thank you!
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated on our uploads.
And Blanche's famous bacon that spells your name. Here you go, Brittany.